Welcome to Muse News. I'm your host, John Harris. Today we're joined with MUNSU Chief Returning Officer Riley Tucker, who will be holding the upcoming MUNSU elections. Welcome, Riley, to the show.
Hi, thank you so much.
So tell us about the MUNSU elections. When can people put their name forward? When are they happening? Tell us all the when, why, and where.
So for the upcoming elections, it is going to be the general elections. So every position is up and available. We are starting the nominations soon. So it's going to be February 17th until March 4th for the nominations. And then we get into campaigning, which is like probably my favorite part.
So yeah, tell me about these positions. So there's 5 major positions and a number of smaller positions. Can you get into explain a bit about those?
Yeah, so for our executive positions, we have the finance position, the advocacy, the campaigns, the external, and student life, all with their very own roles that are super, super duper important. And then we have the other board members, such as like student life. We have science rep, 2 engineering reps, HSS rep, the oh my goodness.
HSS rep.
Yep.
There's the trans student rep. There's like the identity-based reps, like racialized
Black student rep, and then the international student rep. There's a whole bunch of ones, and those will all be up as well this year.
Wow. Okay. So tell me a bit about why someone would put their name forward for the MUNSU elections.
Well, I think it's really important that everyone has the opportunity to speak their voice in our student union. The more diverse opinions we have in the room, the better we have, the better opportunity we have to speak for all the students that are at MUN. We have such a diverse population here at MUN. I really feel like a lot of people should want to get involved. I think it's really important just because, it is really important to speak out for what you feel on the campus. If you feel that something is not being advocated for, step forward and put your name in the ballot and, let your voice be heard.
And so tell me about why, MUNSU is important for, and what a person on MUNSU would do.
So for the executive board members, so our core 5, they would basically be speaking for all the students in their own, field. So advocacy would speak specifically to advocating for students in the classroom, with anything needed with profs or any way that you feel that you've been, led at a disadvantage. Student life does a lot of great help with, on-campus work with residencies or clubs and societies, things like that. And then campaigns for making our campaigns. Like being involved really does make the difference in making this campus run, really. It's for the students with the students in mind.
And so say I wanted to put my name forward, and many listeners may know I was on MUNSU, full disclosure, but say I wanted to put my name forward, what goes into doing a campaign?
Well, first, during the nominations, you need at least, I believe it's 80 names. So that could be anyone in your scope of vision, students, they have to be students. You'd also have yourself be either a part-time or a full-time student in clear academic standing. You would also have to fit the requirements to say if you were going for the student rep or the science rep, you'd have to be within the science faculty. And then when it comes to campaign time, you would basically just have to put up your posters and make yourself be known, get social media running, and we have all these things listed as well on the Elections MUNSU website as well, just to give you a bit more in-depth on all of the requirements.
Yeah, for sure. And so of people that have gone and put their names forward, what has their kind of experience been? I know personally I can speak of that, that it's been a really, campaigns are a really great way to get topics going and real debate. And if you have something you're passionate about, to bring that to the forefront. Is that what you're hoping to see this election?
Yeah, I'm really hoping to see a lot of opinions. I'm hoping to see a lot of different students speak their voice. I'm hoping to see as much conversation happening as possible. The most that we can get, the better, honestly. Like, the more conversation we get going, the better. We can stir it up, get it going, get the conversation going. That's honestly my goal overall.
So the executive positions, those are more of a full-time job, right? And so they come with a different level of commitment?
They certainly do. Those ones, you, of course, would have your 40-hour work week. Those are pretty intense. If you ask anyone who's ever been, of course, in an executive role, they do say it's very, I guess, demanding. It is a 40-hour work week. You get your own office, and then you get, you would have to, I guess, more so be on call in sorts. Like, your email is kind of always being blown up by different people needing different things from you. So it is a pretty, I'd say, demanding job. But overall, I'd really, really hope that it was a well-meaning job, a really good job.
And so for people who are interested in getting and putting their name forward, but they don't know where to start, or they're not really sure if they can, take the time with their classes, what advice would you give to them?
If you don't think that you would be able to take on such a, I guess, heavy task, I would just recommend just being a part of the conversation, getting out there, talking to people who are running, who are campaigning, making sure that you're talking with your student reps. Do you know who your student rep is? Do you know who's on the board right now? Do you know anybody within the field? And if not, getting out there, having those conversations, understanding which candidate is for what you want to see within your, I guess, representation.
So, across the country, we see a pretty low turnout for university student union elections. Why do you think that is, and how do you think we can change that?
I think for a lot of it is the fact that being a student is a full-time job, and to take on something else like understanding what's going on within the politics of your university is in and of itself kind of its own job. So I think to improve on that, I myself have tried to make it a lot more accessible for people to find information, a lot less, I guess, overwhelming, to feel like going through all these pages to find out who's for you and who's this and what's going on and how you can be involved, kind of making it very easy to see, okay, this is how I do this and this is how I do that. Last year, I believe we had a 12% voter turnout, which is honestly really, really impressive. But this year, I think I want to aim for 15%. I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens. But I think just making sure that the information is really readily accessible to students, I feel like that is the best way we can make sure everyone's involved.
And why is being a political participant important on university campus?
Oh, it's so incredibly important because this is our advocacy. This is who we have elected. We have democratically elected to stand for our, I guess, goals at the end of it. Like, if I right now needed someone to speak for me in advocacy, I'd speak with Devin Button. If I needed someone to speak, if I needed something for a club or society, I'd talk with Britt. Like, it's those are the people you believe and you choose to, I guess, speak for you in rooms that you can't access sometimes. It's incredibly important that we all, I guess, come together and choose the best group that we can in order to speak for us in places that we can't be.
Riley Tucker, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
That's Riley Tucker. She's the Chief Returning Officer for MUN Students Union elections, which are upcoming. Definitely check out all the information on munsu.ca/elections and see if you are wanting to put your name forward.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Riley.